grandes conciertos, certámenes culinarios, de moda y una feria de profesionales de negocios constituyen los platos fuertes de la celebración. De la tierra antillana, su música, color, sabor.
Club 500, and we're right now in the National Theater of Cuba. We're going to see some of the rehearsals, this contest where you will be able to vote for 16 finalists who are now getting ready for this big finale. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening for all of the friends who are tuning in with us all around the world, friends who are with us to share the Cuban culture and Italian culture, wonderful bond that we have had the opportunity to share yesterday in this very place, in the National Theater of Cuba, during the press conference where they were given all the details that are going to be happening in the following days. We're talking about culinary arts sections. We're going to be enjoying very good music, fashion runways, and business street, and a lot more. We have Jorgito Caramba, one of the main directors of this meeting that is going to be happening in the following days. And in the first Latin American edition, for the first time in Cuba. So listen very well, because you cannot miss out on the participation of 5 countries with a cultural interchange on the program that is going to be from the 5th to the 10th of April. Gato Pancheri, and the author of the famous song Viva por ella of Andrea Bocelli, that is well known not only in Cuba but all around the world. Nino Lettieri from Italy, with this Spanish woman Pilar Boyeros, and these are some of the artists, international artists, that are going to be presenting and sharing a stage with Cuban artists. We can see some of the participants, and the jury, Joaquin Betancourt, National Prize of Cuba, will have the presidency of the jury, and has the difficult task to decide who is going to be the finalist. So what is going to be happening tonight at 7 o'clock in the gardens of the National Hotel of Cuba? So let's connect with Alex Cristiano, Director of the Ministry of Culture. He's going to be telling us a little bit what is going to happen there. It's very difficult in this moment to make this connection, but we finally had a Texa on our behalf, and I think so. Jorgito, tell us a little bit about what happened at the press conference. Some people were actually commented that they are not very important artists in this edition. What do you think? Well, I think the lack of knowledge carries a lot of enthusiasm. I'm very happy to share a moment that had a special magic to be able to share with artists. They were tired, and they actually had the kindness to be able to share some time to talk with the national, international press present during the press conference, and the audience was there. On my left, I had Ricardo Bonchanti. Many probably don't know the younger generation. He's a great professional, more than 40 years in singing career. He has been a method of Italian music, and to be able to have him here in the Cuban edition with that humbleness, with his own words, expressing actually his message, what was for him making popular music for the people, how the culture transcends frontiers. In the case of Luigi Pancheri, everybody knows him as Gato. So how many Cubans have not used and listened and enjoyed his music that Andrea Bocelli actually popularized with Viva por ella? Actually, I saw him in rehearsal this morning, and just with his guitar in hand and just listening to his song, it's amazing. So we also had the previous contestants of San Remo Music Awards, winners of these music award in Italy. Pilar Bollero, who actually have had the opportunity to come to Cuba, she's a passionate of Cuban culture. She an author of copla, Spanish copla. We had a rehearsal with her, and it was amazing. And today we have Michele Pecora, another very loved artist with a lot of Italian popularity. We also have Spanish band that we're going to say tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be here, and we're going to say yes. Actually, we have to say that. But once they land in Cuba, we're going to reveal what are the artists that are going to participate. So all of the artists, Cuban artists that right now, like we've seen during the rehearsals this morning, it was amazing. A lot of dance companies, a lot of passion and professionalism. The audience that's going to participate are actually going to enjoy this good taste and amazing show. It will be literally a work of art for all of the audiences going to be live enjoying this, and those who wouldn't be able to make it will be able to see it from national television. So there's one last question I'd like to ask you. Did you sleep better yesterday night, isn't it? Yes, definitely. Thank you very much for all the work that have been done, all the communication press, and to thank our Cuban press and international press that was actually with us yesterday for being the hosts and promoters of this great effort of thousands of people that we've been working for months in advance for this to be able to happen. So this has been the channel. They've provided a path and a channel for this to happen right now in Cuba. So my friends, we are in the National Hotel of Cuba, symbol of our tourist industry and our Cuban land, and right now we're just a few hours away from the opening gala of this wonderful show, of this unique event, San Remo Music Awards, that it's going to be promoting the Italian culture in the Americas. So I hope this joint connection with Leo Videos, we're going to be continue thinking that you have to get out of your house. There are some tickets on sale yet. Thank you very much, Alexis. We definitely want to see all of those emotions and want to live it. And we're actually transmitting live simultaneously, and we're in more than 140 pages on Facebook, YouTube, and in EGREM, and Picture as well, simultaneously in Italian and English and Spanish. So I want you to leave every moment of what we're living here in the music city of Cuba. So we also want to know, to give you some information of what is going to be happening, all the activities that are going to be taking place. In the case of the National Theater of Cuba, I want to share the program that we're going to be having tomorrow, for instance, until this Wednesday. Here in the National Theater of Cuba, we're having the opening Compañía Verdarte. We have the performance of the national jury of the contest that's going to have place in Facebook. Any question you have to the jury, you can do it through Facebook on our platform. Waldo Mendoza, David Torrens, you can talk with us and make any question. We want to know that how are they going to evaluate their contestants. We have also the presentation of the 16 contestants and the Night of Italy with a potpourri of Italian music, where we'll have Tania Pantoja, José Orieta, Elaine Morales, and Abel Gerones. All of this will be from 8 in the evening till 10:30. All the tickets are already on sale. who always have 1 hour earlier a pre-show. So if you really want to know what's happening backstage, you can tune in with us, and this is a great opportunity to find out what our artists are doing to get ready for the big event. So now I want to be talking with someone who is, of course, moving the people and the essence of this theater for making sure that everything works perfectly like clockwork. Nerida Lopez, director of the National Theater of Cuba. It's a great privilege. It's a great privilege to share this with you. Yes, it's been a very busy day. Not only today, but some days ago, we've been preparing for this big event. How has been this process? First of all, this is a great satisfaction. We've all felt this great pleasure to be able to host this 4 major galas of this San Remo Music Award event. And only in 7 days, we've been able to be ready for this event, and the commitment and passion of all the workers, the specialists, the directors, and artists. And today we can say that from this emblematic institution, jewel of national culture in Cuba, we are ready. Ready to open the doors, to roll the curtains, and to open the breach between Italy and Cuba. It's a great thing to have. We've been arriving in different time for 3 a.m., 6 p.m., and everybody is working hands on the stage for the audience, Cuban audience and international audience, to enjoy this wonderful show. Yes, never-ending hours of work that have been able to be happening thanks to the commitment of all the technicians. This event, we confirmed that we are ready because of the long hours of commitment and devotion for this to be ready. We're going to serve the audience and to give the best of our culture. Don't let anybody tell you what is going to happen. Just come to the theater yourself. All the doors are open. Probably you haven't had time to listen to them. What do you think about the contestants? Have you heard any of them singing? Yes, I have to say there are 16 contestants from different cities of Cuba. We have been able to provide service, to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel like home. And the second day, they're going to be sharing with our artists that are very renowned in Cuba. And we're going to make a homage the last day to Rafaela Garra. And on Friday, it's going to be a very important day because out of 16 contestants, there will only be 10 with a great homage to Adalberto Alvarez. So we're not going to reveal all the surprises, but there are going to be 4 major galas for this National Theater to show the Cuban audience the best of the Cuban music. Yes, I want you all to live those emotions from the national capital of Cuba. Yes, I want right now to connect again with the National Hotel of Cuba, with Alexis Tiana, with other surprises that are going to be happening tonight and during all of those days. There's a big shine. We're right now in front. We're facing the beautiful ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Malecon, the seafront of Havana. I know Adolfo is going to show us a little bit where we are, but I'm privileged to be sitting next to Jorge Gomez, an icon of Cuban music, a man that has more than 50 years in the band of Moncada, and the first who opened the doors of Truba in San Remo Music Award. We're very lucky because a festival like San Remo Festival is a big event. 3 years ago we shared a stage with a lot of Italian and European artists. We were very lucky. We had great success there with other European artists. I think it's very interesting that in Cuba to do an event like this. We're trying that Cuban industry, music industry, open its way to the world. We're trying to send as many artists outside of Cuba and also bring in other artists and tourism to the island to enjoy our music. And I think it's a good opportunity to thank ourselves and congratulate the people who have been able to make this possible. I was actually talking with a journalist and said, when he asked me what is importance you confer to San Remo.
Este ataque feroz tiene que tener una explicación, ¿no? Por eso te digo, es realmente bueno, vamos a poner un.
Today, we're going to show a trailer of a documentary that we're actually doing about our presence in San Remo Music Award. They're very beautiful things where Emilio accompanied Juan Serra, and if you can actually tell you something, San Remo is one of the most of the important events of the artistic life. It's a festival of Italian music in San Remo. It's a big event. And I repeat, I think it's a great honor to have to broadcast and host this event. Let's create this bridge between oceans to reestablish the intercultural connection. And Moncada, tell us about Moncada. Moncada is still alive. We're going to be playing in Galliano in the Italian Avenue. I have a lot of faith on that concert. It's going to be very beautiful. I think the ideas of the festival have been really good. Yes, it's just the beginning. I really hope this is not the only event. This is just the beginning. And just to know that there will always be the Moncada spirit. So, Jorge, tell us a little bit. You've been a man with a very strong professional formation. Can you exclude Italian culture from your world perception? No. First of all, in international song, a great part of international song has a lot to do. First of all, in principle, the Napolitanian song and Festival San Remo Music Award was a premier festival in that. Many of the songs that we've learned when we were kids were songs popular in San Remo Music Award. We've had some distance and we've lost a little bit this contact, but I think we have to retake this passion and this contact again to help Italian and Cuban music progress. I say that our own experience with all Italian musicians have been great, and people, even when they have a different language, in terms of music, they have a lot of similarities, and we both enjoy musicians and artists from Italy. Yes, Jorge has some friends waiting for him, so we stay here. We're right now in the back. We have one of the most important bars, the National Hotel, with the cocktails, a lot of tourists coming in. And I'd like Adolfo, our cameraman, to show us the beautiful scene that we have on the outside of the National Hotel of Cuba, what is known as the
realidad es que pasaron por acá, pero Jorge, estamos también.
We are on the side of the beautiful seawall of Havana. We have the avenue, the color, the warmth of Havana. That, of course, those who come and visit us for the first time, they fall in love with the beauty of this city. So I hope we can give you this as a gift. We're actually live National Theater.
¿No? Esa preciosa vista, Jorge. Y más allá queda el morro, ¿verdad?
And a little bit further, we can see the Morro Castle.
Comprendamos. Pero poco a poco, miren ustedes, en vivo y en redes. Así que me voy a nuestra periodista.
So,
Un poquito nada más, casi que veíamos el morro. Un poquito hacia allá, miren ustedes. Y quiero pasar entonces a nuestra periodista.
so I want to pass the word to Haisel del Valle, who is in the gardens of National Hotel. She's going to be telling us the details of the opening gala tonight.
Ahí estábamos escuchando a nuestra
So we were listening to Lice del Valle. We have some
retorno, esa hermosa
technical problems, and it has to do with the ocean breeze coming from one of the most beautiful Malecon of the world. Alex is trying out next to a Cuban cocktail, those welcoming cocktails that are part of the essence of our Cuban identity. So we have some friends that are connecting through Facebook, YouTube, and Picta. Many are asking how to arrive in the National Theater of Cuba, how they can buy the tickets.
Nereida.
So Nereida,
Organizado.
all of us is organized, well thought. So everything is organized. We're talking about multitasking team that have been working very, very much to give the best to the people. And I think Cubans deserve this big opportunity after this big lockdown. So we have 10 selling places for tickets. We have House of Music in the universities and the National Theater of Cuba here from 1 to 7 p.m. 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. We've been selling since last Saturday so that everybody who would like to buy their tickets, they can come and buy it. Of course, we are a little bit distant from historical center. The price is 60 Cuban pesos for students. So I believe this won't be a problem for the access to this big festival. It has to do with the possibility to create bonds and to share this wonderful culture, this Italian and Cuban culture. So if we ran out of tickets, then we will be able to have more disposal in the National Theater of Cuba. So the most important thing is that just promote this and let everybody know that you can just buy the tickets in the National Theater of Cuba. We're talking about big, full audience. We have 2,076 seats in our theater, so we'll be having over 2,000 people every night. We Cubans know how to appreciate good art. And everybody will be wearing masks. We are going to continue the regulations, health and hygiene regulations, to respect the big efforts of the Cuban government in the fight against COVID. So, but we're going to fill the theater, and everybody will be able to enjoy this event that is going to give a good footprint promoting the bridge of love between cultures. So right now I can hear over here some good music from Italy. It's wonderful intent in music, and the rehearsal, it's going on. The company, dance company Revolutions, they're performing now, rehearsing for the big show. Now we also have backstage the 16 contestants that are practicing for this big Sanremo Music Award. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for all of the effort you've devoted to this event. Thank you very much. The contents from Santiago, Granma, Cienfuegos, La Habana, this wonderful melting pot that of artists are going to be presenting, and we as the hosts of this big event, we're very privileged to receive them all. So it's a national hug from different parts of the island, and Alexis actually talked about the view, and we also have a wonderful view to the Revolution Square Jose Marti. Thank you very much for being with me. We're going to be continuing. We're going to be seeing each other during those days, but I want to invite you to give a hug of solidarity that have characterized Cuban nation. Let's go to Italy now and connect with this brother country through internet with Italy. If we have the communication with Nicola.
Nicola está con nosotros.
Is Nicola with us from Italy?
Ahí está, Nicola.
So we have here Nicola Convertina.
¿Me escucha bien?
Can you listen to me?
Io sono molto bene, non vedo l'ora di venire lì a Cuba.
Un abrazo, hermano, qué placer tenerlo con nosotros.
A great big hug. It's a great pleasure to have you from the city of Havana. We'd like to share all of the emotions that we're going to be living during the following days. And I want you to tell me, Nicola, how you're living Sanremo from Italy.
Sì. Non sento io te.
Bueno, estamos en comunicación directa con Nicola Convertino, quien es director de la marca Sanremo.
We're right now with the director of Sanremo Music Award in Italy. We'd like to share a little bit your experience, the idea, how do you feel, and especially what do you think about this bond between both nations through this wonderful music event? What is your view of this experience, Nicola?
Ma io sono 21 anni che ho creato questa manifestazione e in questi 21 anni in cui ho creato questa manifestazione ho girato il mondo proponendo quella che è la cultura italiana, la moda, la musica e la gastronomia, esportandola in tutto il mondo. Questa è una manifestazione che è nata nella città di Sanremo e poi si è spostata in tutto il mondo in questi 21 anni. Adesso una delle tappe che stiamo proponendo è appunto questa di Cuba, a cui tengo molto. È una tappa importante perché Cuba rappresenta la cultura.
It's an important stage because Cuba represents the culture of Latin America. Cuba, it's a very important music reference in Latin America, more than the Italian culture. Cuban music.
State sempre un riferimento per molti musicisti. Anch'io sono un musicista. Da ragazzino, quando studiavo al conservatorio, normalmente utilizzavo la musica cubana e anche la bossa nova e il samba per i ritmi. Quindi per noi musicisti è stato sempre un riferimento nella musica latina, quella cubana e naturalmente anche quella brasiliana. Ma al di là del musico, io sono un imprenditore, quindi ho creato questa manifestazione 21 anni fa per poter esportare la cultura italiana nel mondo. e diciamo ci sono riuscito molto bene, abbiamo fatto tappe un po' del mondo, dalla Cina al Cile, all'Uzbekistan, alla Russia e varie parti d'Europa e stiamo continuando. Noi abbiamo firmato, io ho firmato,
And we continue to. I've signed a contract,
mi rappresenterà per tutto il Latino America, come sta facendo con Cuba.
and this represents all Latin American.
Da cubana
These Cuban organizations.
seguo giornalmente tutto quello che succede e mi rendo conto che ho affidato questa mia creatura che
I see everything that happens.
l'ho affidata in buone mani. Io sarò lì giovedì per seguire chiaramente personalmente le fasi finali della manifestazione. Non sono potuto venire prima perché avevo un altro impegno importante. Io sono anche pittore, sto affrescando il cabaret Leopardi a Recanati. Tutti conoscete Giacomo Leopardi, grandi poeti italiani che sono tutto il mondo. Mi hanno affidato questo compito di interpretare Leopardi a livello pittorico e ho finito 2 mesi di lavoro importanti, abbiamo finito proprio ieri che abbiamo fatto l'inaugurazione e quindi io sono pronto giovedì a venire a Cuba per seguire il Sanremo Music Award, che è una creatura a cui tengo personalmente, che ha compiuto 21 anni quest'anno.
Nicola, teniendo en cuenta ese
Nicola, taking into account your own experience in Cuba, what are your expectations
con el
and outcomes for this upcoming event?
Ma le aspettative sono quello di cementare quello che è la musica italiana con quella cubana, ossia
To strengthen Cuban music with Italian music, I expect that Italian artists and Cuban artists could create
che il Sanremo Music Award
in Havana
tantissimi
good music, and I think Sanremo Music Award in Havana
giovani bravissimi che sono pronti a collaborare
have brought a lot of
discografica.
modern Italian artists.
Vorrei degli artisti cubani da inserire in un'etichetta per divulgarli, ma non solo. Io portando il Sanremo Music Award nel mondo creo un'unione tra le culture. Quindi se io vado, ipotesi, in Cina a fare il Sanremo, mi porterò gli artisti cubani, come porterò i cinesi in Cile e come i cileni in Messico. E questo è lo scopo del Sanremo. In questi anni ci sono sempre riusciti. I ragazzi che vedete che ho portato, al di là delle star come Cocciante, che è uno dei più grandi musicisti di tutti i tempi, Gatto Pancieri, un grandissimo autore, e anche Michele Pecora. Però anche le 3 ragazze che ho portato, cioè Sonia Mazza, Sara Scognamiglio e Rossella Zilliello, sono 3 perle, sono 3 giovani artiste che hanno vinto la sezione giovani del Sanremo Music Award e le vedrete che sono bravissime, ognuna di loro ha delle particolarità. La Sara Scognamiglio è sempre la mascotte del Sanremo Music Award, in 21 anni è venuta quasi sempre insieme a me, è quasi una figlia. La Sonia è una cantautrice molto importante e Rossella Zitiello è un leone da combattimento, la vedrete sul palco, ha una grinta pazzesca. Ho scelto 3 donne perché comunque nel Sanremo Music Award la particolarità sarà sempre la donna. La donna è stata molto importante su questa manifestazione. Le ragazze uscite dal Sanremo mi hanno dato tantissime soddisfazioni. E in tutte le manifestazioni in cui le ho portate hanno sempre dato il massimo e ne ho tantissime, quasi 5.000 giovani artisti che hanno partecipato in questi 21 anni. È un rapporto con loro quasi da padre. Io ho questo difetto, quando mi affeziono alle persone è per tutta la vita. È un rapporto con tutti i ragazzi che è viscerale, cioè non riesco ad essere freddo, non riesco a essere un manager, alla fine divento un padre e con ognuna di loro ho un rapporto bellissimo, gli voglio bene, loro vogliono bene a me, ma questo sarà anche con gli artisti cubani. Non vedo l'ora di vedere i 16 ragazzi che chiaramente il buon Yorghito, il direttore artistico, meraviglioso direttore artistico, mi ha mandato sempre e li ho visionati. Non vedo l'ora di conoscerli personalmente perché cubani hanno un'alma, hanno un'anima che è molto vicina a noi e sono convinto che sarò anche il loro padre per il futuro.
Pues qué suerte entonces que tendremos la posibilidad de combinar.
It's a great pleasure to have the opportunity to combine during this day music, fashion, culinary art, business, trade. Thanks to this event, it opens a platform and opportunities focusing mostly on promoting young talent in Cuba and Italy. I'm sure you have a great desire to be here in Cuba, and I want to say that we are welcoming people like you, entrepreneurs, someone who shares love, art, and culture. Thank you very much for this great opportunity, all of the passion you got inside. Thank you very much, Nicola.
Grazie a voi, ci vediamo giovedì.
Thank you all for the invitation.
Pues entonces aquí los estaremos esperando.
So we're going to be waiting for you. I want you to stay tuned with us, and any question you have during this broadcast, please remember we are more than over 140 Facebook pages. We are in Picto as well with simultaneous translation in Italy, Italian, and Spanish. Italian, English, and Spanish. And if you want to share from today to the 10th of April, we have a pre-show every day for the National Theater of Cuba. Let's make a small pause, and we're going to comment that we have some little surprises in the National Theater of Cuba. So stay tuned.
Primero, nos sentimos muy contentos.
First, we're very happy to be able to host this big event with a great international coverage and with the participation of important artists and chefs. The National Hotel of Cuba, we have a great experience in celebrating a great variety of events, national and international events, and we have all the infrastructure to make this big event to have a great impact, not only culturally but also in terms of quality. So we guarantee the qualities and the success of this event. Is a great pleasure to invite you all to this great event, Remo Music Award, from the 5th to the 10th of April. Well, it's a great pleasure to tune in with you again to the gardens where the last details of this big opening gala are going to be prepared. I've rescued from in the middle of the in between amplifiers in the patio, Altocito. Yeah, whenever you see creative idea, he is there with us. I'd like to know how you've been involved in this craziness. So many people have been talking badly of this festival, but still you're here with us with this great passion, opening a new window for Cuba. So how did it all started? Jojito called me. He was the one organizing everything, and through EGREM, they proposed us to do tonight opening gala. We thought it was just something simple, but Cuba has a big tradition of singing festival. I remember when I was little, there were the O2 singing festival, and many Cuban artists were able to be contestants there. It was I also remember some artists, older artists talk about the festivals in Baradero. So Cuban audience actually enjoys this type of event, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation. I will be having a good time. What is happening tonight? Well, first, at the beginning, I was not very aware what was going to be happening, but today we have to do with tradition. We have Septet from Havana, and then we'll be playing I have the Maestro Julito Padrón, Alejandro Abreu, Oliver Valdez, Adrián Esteves, and me. We're going to be playing some Cuban music and ancient Cuban music, classic of the Cuban music repertoire. Israel Lopez is going to be here as well. Yesterday we were just 3 blocks from where Israel Lopez was born. Israel Lopez actually was born near Jose Marti's house. We're going to play mambo, bachata, and a lot of Cuban music, classics of the Cuban music that have coined our culture and the best of the Cuban music. If you're close to the National Hotel, just join us in this concert. You can also enjoy this concert through national television. You're a little bit away from our island. Yes, I was a little bit away from the island, but not too far away. We're very happy. We want to launch a new album with the same band we're going to perform tonight. How is it to be in a place where there is no sun and then go back to the shining sun of Cuba with your shirts? How is it? Yes, I think the sun is inside you. You radiate your own sunshine, so I don't know what to say about that. How is it to be back home again? It's like a little kid. It's a great thing. Welcome again, Gaston. I hope you're with us, seeing us through, watching, tune with us through national television and all the social media. We have a big surprise.
Lo que está pasando en pantalla es una periodista nuestra joven, brillante por cierto en su manera en que va marcando una
diferencia. Ingrid, I have you in the National Hotel of Cuba from the lobby.
Lo mejor de la entrevista esta es, mira.
Finally, we can share some images live, what is happening right now in the interior of the National Theater of Cuba, where we are rehearsing for the 4 galas that are going to be promoted live, where 16 finalists are actually now in competition, and you're going to vote for your favorite one in the popularity vote. The president of the jury will be the National Prize of Cuban Music, Joaquin Betancourt, and there will be musicologists and specialists of Cuban music. Right now, we can see the rehearsal. Some of the dance companies are going to be promoting good dancing art during this event. Rockland Revolution Company, we can see Juan Mendoza actually very close, sharing with some participants. The orchestra, we're saying it's very important that the music, it's going to be live concert music. Very well-known repertoire that you will be having live from this stage. We're going to be making a homage to Rafaela Carrà and homage to the Italian music and also to Adalberto Alvarez. Young contestants with some reference of Cuban music songs like Pedrito Carbo, Niurka Gonzalez, and many others that you're going to be able to know, and you're going to find out if you connect with us. I'm sure you've noticed the detail of the scenography for this wonderful show, the details of design that have been very well thought and designed for this Centro Music Hour, especially a lot of people working on that. Tecnoescena, the director of Tecnoescena, who is actually responsible for most of what is happening on the stage now, We're very happy to be able to do this scenography for this big international event where we're going to give our people the joy of this great competition, the joy of enjoying this great music. I'm very happy because during the stage of the scenography we were sharing with the artistic directors of this event, and all of the participants are going to compete during the contest, so that the scenography could be would meet their specific needs and interests of, especially creatively. I can see that you're actually enjoying every detail of scenography right now. I know you're a perfectionist, so I know behind it a lot of people have been working for long hours. Yes, indeed, we've been working day and night because we had a very short notice and we had to make an extraordinary effort to be able to meet the deadline and meet the technical requirements for this big scenography. So I hope you all enjoy. So we're talking about it, generally we're talking about a great scenography, but you can say that it's very complex. Yes, because this scenography and has to be installed with cameras, screens, LED brands, and various elements for the scenography to give the light and the emphasis that this stage requires. So I remember I arrived at 3 a.m. and you were actually working on stage that moment. Every night we've been working on it from 5 in the morning, every day and night, so that our people could enjoy the great potential our culture has. Culture in the hands of the people, and creating the bond between Cuba and Italy. So I'm sure you're going to be in one of the seats enjoying the concert. Do you enjoy the Italian music? Yes, I'm going to be enjoying and representing my great team. Thank you very much to Tecnoscena, and big thanks to all the team that is behind this great scenography. So thank you very much again for being here with us, and you follow us through all of our digital platforms. Remember, we are through Streaming Cuba and YouTube from EGREM with simultaneous translation in Italian, English, and Spanish. So a little pause, and then we're going to be back to talk with one of the participants in this show.
Invitarlos del 5
Invite you from the 5th to the 10th of April to this event, San Remo Music Award. It's going to be celebrated in Havana, creative city of music, an event that brings a lot business, trade, fashion, cuisine, and contests. We're talking about national, international artists, well known around the world. I'd like to invite you all and all of the creative industries in Cuba to join us during the business fair to interact with the different institutions and authors of this businesses in the country that have been waiting for a long time because of the great limitations of the pandemic, with the strands, conferences. San Remo Music Award is an inspiration from Nicola Convertino, inspired in the Italian Sun Festival. The event will take place for the first time in Latin America with premiere edition in Cuba from April 5th to 10th. Singing contests, big
Grandes conciertos.
Big concerts, culinary art, and fashion sections, together with an international business fair, are the main attractions of the celebration.
La tierra antillana, su música.
In the Caribbean island, you'll enjoy its music, color, flavor, and charisma, all in one big party, San Remo Music Award, from the 5th to the 10th of April in Havana, Cuba.
De nuestras plataformas digitales, es importante que le compartan.
It's very important to share all of this musical adventure from the capital of all Cubans. I want you all to share with all of your friends, and you can also live the experience with us. Right now, we're actually watching a rehearsal from the National Theater of Cuba with a great program of activities, not only from the National Theater, but also we have presentations in the Club 500 and the National Hotel of Cuba with a big visit program with participants from Cuba and Italian artists, Spain and Mexico, and even from the United States we'll have some important artists. We have fashion, we have culinary art sections, we have business streets that are going to be focusing mainly on the cultural tourism show and entrepreneurship. So we'll have some opportunity later to present some initiatives that are going to be presented during this event. So till today, this has been the rehearsal site. Long hours of rehearsal. In the following minutes, there will be some contestants are going to be presenting in the following galas. Yesterday, I was talking a little bit with some of them. We have interesting songs from the national and international repertoire. We have participants that actually already have a career, professional career, working as coach. We have very important and renowned Cuban artists. We have had a parallel activities program for training the contestants for their performance live on the stage. And the most relevant is that you will be able to vote for your favorite contestant, the popularity vote, right now. You can do it through the digital platform and through calling directly through as we have promoted during our Facebook pages and social media. This is a wonderful brotherhood we've created. Yesterday, for instance, the group of interchange with Italy and Cuba that was born from this very difficult period during the pandemic. Lombardia, some experiences of these people there are going to be enjoyed and shared during this event. So let's connect again with Alexis. You have the breeze of the Malecon of Havana and sharing a good Cuban cocktail. So tell us a big hug and tell us a little bit. Yes, it's beautiful. Here we also have music. We also have the rehearsal of that wonderful gala that is going to be for the premiere of San Remo Music Awards. And I'm sure you're going to listen to the Septet Habanero in the gardens of the National Hotel. We are right now in the National Hotel of Cuba. This beautiful view that we have of the Malecon and the Moro Castle of Havana with that beautiful flag, with that wonderful view. I would like to present again our journalist, because we're right now at the doorstep of the National Hotel.
Sono emozionato io perché la musica cubana mi ha sempre attratto moltissimo. Essere proprio qui e respirarla attraverso una band che ha imparato le mie canzoni è un'emozione unica.
Creo que lo he entendido. Él me ha dicho que la música cubana es espectacular, que le gusta mucho y que es un placer estar acá en Cuba.
Cuban music is spectacular and it's a great pleasure to be in Cuba. Did I get it right, Flavio? Yes, exactly. Also says he's very moved because he had a great pleasure because he have been able to learn immediately and just rehearsed and promote his music in a very brief time. And this means that there is a feeling between him and Cuban music.
Está bien, Flavio, te voy a pedir que te acerques un poco a la mesa porque yo soy muy bajita y estoy
Yes, Flavio, I will ask you to come closer to me. Okay. It's a great pleasure to be here with you, and I'd like to ask a little bit
Remo, que es un festival
about San Remo. It's an Italian music festival. It has a lot of promotion marketing, but it arrives for the first time in Cuba. Why Cuba? First of all, I'd like to start at the Festival de Italian Music Festival, Song Festival. It's in itself a festival, but the San Remo Music Award started with its own objective. We've had intuition to internationalize the Italian music, and not only Italian music. We're also going to promote art and fashion and the business trade between businessmen from both countries. Why Cuba? Well, the answer I can give you is that I love Cuba. I live Cuba for more than 25 years. I've worked with very amazing Cuban talents for all those years, from Compay Segundo to Milanés and the Musicalísima, Paulo Fejé, La Charanga, Bamban, ENG La Banda, Elito Rebe, Bamboleo, all of them. Isaac Delgado, my brother, Paulito, so all of them. So the passion and the knowledge I have of Cuban music, and also the talent, the knowledge of the talent in Cuba, I've been able to organize and give this opportunity to the great Cuban talent to be internationalized and promoted around the world. The music world right now, it's very difficult for those who start fresh, the young talent. So this is like an opportunity. It's a beautiful opportunity with a great intention. And I think bond two cultures always is an enriching opportunity for both nations. Thank you, Flavio, for this explanation.
Antes de pasar a otros invitados que estoy viendo por aquí.
Before just interview other invite people we have close to us. Here we hear a lot of the Bocelli, and it's amazing. And we would like to know what has been for you this working with this great artist as an author and a singer of Italy. He started to work with Bocelli when he was not as famous. When I found him, he was Zucchero, who was also in Cuba to launch a CD. Well, he found the brother of Zucchero was actually looking for a man who could just fill in for Pavarotti, and that's where he found Andrea Bocelli.
E ben 3 volte come cantante. E quindi spero di portare a questi giovani artisti cubani, perché l'ho portata a Bocelli e perché non pensare che tra di loro ci possa essere un nuovo Bocelli. E l'ha partecipato?
He had been participating as a singer in 3 Sanremo Music Award festivals of the Italian Sun Music, and 7 times as a participant. And this have been a great success, and have been great success for as a composer as well. So he thinks that Sanremo brings good luck to him, and he thinks that he was also bringing good luck for the Cuban talents here too as well. So as a Cuban, I will also say that probably Cuba will give you good luck as well.
Porterà solo cose belle, non importa a chi più, perché quando si dà non bisogna mai pensare che cosa ti ritorna, però sicuramente mi porterò a casa un bel ricordo di questi giorni, questo è sicuro.
Lo entendí. Un buen recuerdo se lleva a casa de nuestro país. ¿Es así o no es así?
It's a good memory I'll take home from our country, yes, especially in this period where the world needs peace, maybe the pandemic and the war that is staging now. Will help us understand there is nothing more important than a cultural exchange between 2 cultures, 2 nations. And when you give, you don't give expecting something in return. You just give. The act of giving, it's donating, is actually receiving simultaneously a personal satisfaction. And that's what I'll take from Cuba. It's a great memory from Cuba, and the feeling that he has with Cuban people. Thank you very much to both of you for this interview through our signal of Sanremo Plus.
Me voy a mover rápido.
Look how I come, I think, all my generation in Italy and internationally as well, especially in Italy, we were born with Ernesto Che Guevara. So for an Italian person to be in Cuba, it's also to live this emotion when we were kids. One of the greatest events during the Sanremo Music Award, it's culinary art. When I was talking with Flavio, we have Fabio Fina with a Michelin star. It's a great pleasure to have you here in Cuba.
¿Le puedo decir chef? Sí, claro.
Can I tell you chef, right?
Cuéntame un poco esta mezcla de la cocina italiana acá.
Tell us a little bit about this mixture between Italian culture and Cuban culture. You know that we love Italian culture, so tell us a little bit.
Sì. Allora, chiaramente a Cuba è conosciuta la cucina italiana e soprattutto piace molto. Ovviamente sono felici di poter vivere con un chef importante, diciamo, ha qualcosa della cucina italiana, e soprattutto vorrebbero capire come i sapori si possono mischiare e qual è la tua, diciamo, idea di rispetto, diciamo, quando vai in un paese straniero, di mescolare, diciamo, questi sapori.
Salve, sono molto felice di essere qui e di rappresentare la cucina italiana a Cuba, adoro questo paese. La mia idea di mischiare i sapori, diciamo il mix di sapori tra la cucina italiana e la cucina cubana verrà rappresentato in un risotto. Domani farò un risotto che partirà dalla base appunto italiana del riso, della cultura del risotto con i crostacei cubani. poi continuerà con i limoni della musica amalfitana che rappresentano il mio paese e poi il giorno dopo faremo invece un classico piatto italiano che è la carbonara, quindi la pasta con questo sugo classico di origine romana che è uno dei piatti iconici della cucina italiana.
Help me with the translation. I've been able to understand some, but not all of it. I think after this I will be talking in Italian as well. So I like some translation. So we have simultaneous translation, Italy and Spanish. Sanremo Music Award is an inspiration from Nicola Convertino, inspired in Italian Sun Festival. The event will take place for the first time in Latin America with a premiere edition in Cuba from April 5th to 10th. Singing contests, big concerts, culinary art and fashion sections, together with an international business fair, are the main attractions of this celebration. In the Caribbean island, you will enjoy its music, color, flavor, and charisma, all in one big party. Sanremo Music Award for the first time from the 5th to the 10th of April. We have varied options that you will be able to enjoy from the 5th to the 10th of April in capital of all Cubans, our beautiful, wondrous city of Havana. And it's a great pleasure to do it from Sanremo Festival, where we have fashion, business, trade, culinary art, and as main course, music, and this wonderful musical contests that right now we can feel the drums and the music vibrating all throughout the National Theater of Cuba for this rehearsal that is happening right now, or what will be happening on this same stage in the following days. So let me organize you the agenda and tell you a little bit what you're going to be able to enjoy in Sanremo Music Award according to the program. From 8 to 10th, you will be able to let's see some part of the program as a chronology. Wednesday, as I said, today we have the opening with the Compañía Verde, the national jury, the Cuban jury are going to be performing, all of them, Jaila Maria Monpié, Juan Quim Betancourt, Waldo Mendoza. We're also going to have the Night of Italy with potpourri of Italian music. We're going to have the Cuban interpreters Tania Pantoja, Sonce Orieta, Elay Morales, y Abel Cerrones. From 8 to 10:30, always a pre-show from 7 o'clock, where you'll be able to share and be part of this music adventure from Havana, Cuba. Another event that we'll have on this day is going to be on the trade program. The big concerts are going to happen on Wednesday with Tony Avila, Buena Fe, with invited artists from Italy and Spain. This will be happening in the music venue of Club 500 from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. right at midnight, enjoying this wonderful music from Israel Roja and Tony Avila. And in the business trade, you're going to have from 6th of 8th of April with the presentation of products and services, with several stands for the exchange of information and some business proposal. We also are going to have this big meeting with international entrepreneur women, and this will all happen in the National Theater, National Hotel of Cuba. Oh, I'm already enjoying the flavors for this culinary section. We're going to have a show cooking with 6 Cuban chefs and Italian chefs with some pasta and spaghetti, and interaction with Cuban artists and a great mariage. And this is going to be happening from 3 in the afternoon to 6 p.m. from the National Hotel of Cuba. These are some of the options you're going to have during these days, and this you're going to be having constant information live through our news magazine we're going to be leaving this experience from our Picta page, YouTube page, the grand YouTube page, and more than 140 pages of streaming Cuba with different institutions and media in Cuba. Right now, it's 3:51 Cuban time, so organize yourself. We are just 4 hours away from the big night, where we're going to do the official opening of the National Theater of Cuba. I hope you don't miss this experience. You're going to be protagonists if you like to. So thank you very much for sharing with us. And tomorrow we're going to be again here with us from 2 to 3:30 in the afternoon, so you know everything that was happening in backstage from National Theater of Cuba with this wonderful San Remo Music Word Festival. We'll meet again, follow music, connect to our rhythm, because we are, as the saying says, we are from the capital of all Cubans. We are the biggest, the city, wonder city, creative city of Cuba. We'll see you.
El evento llega por primera vez a Latinoamérica y su edición en Cuba del 5 al 10 de los próximos en La Habana. Concursos de interpretación, grandes conciertos, certámenes culinarios, de moda y una feria de profesionales de negocios constituyen los platos fuertes de la celebración. De la tierra antillana, su música, color, sabor, carisma, todo en una sola fiesta. San Remo Music Awards, del 5 al 10 de abril en La Habana, Cuba.